about signature stories. If you're here, give me a wave or a howdy, a hello, something in the chat, like I just waved at you, so I know that you're here and we can have a conversation, even if you're on the replay. A hashtag replay is awesome, so I can connect with you. I love, 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 can I say love one more time? To connect with soulpreneurs like you. I'm Nick Demas. If you're just randomly hitting the page, you've never met me before, I'm a Tony-winning producer, a filmmaker. I tell stories and I help heart-centered entrepreneurs tell their stories so they can connect with their clients faster, so they can convert to sales easier, and so they can create a community and have impact in this world. So today we're talking about signature stories. So let me ask you, do you have a signature story? Because a real signature story that sells is vital. It's vital to your business. So what is a powerful signature story? It is one that is authentic. So important. So, so important. One that is intriguing. One that has a strategic message that clarifies and enhances you, your personal brand, and builds connection with your client, your potential customer. Hey, Renee. Renee is here. Great to see you. Lovely to have you, Renee. Do you have a story, Renee? Do you have a signature story to tell? I bet you do, because without an origin story, people can't connect to your why. People want to know your why. Why do you even have a business? Why are you out in the world offering and being of service to your clients and customers? They want to know in order to join, sort of like to join your band, right? They want to know why they should join your band. And here's the thing, without it, they may also put you on a pedestal, not having an understanding of where you come from, like as if you are way too far for them to even follow you, to even be affected by you. Like, I could never be like that person. They can't see themselves through you. That's the big thing. So they won't be able to connect to you. And they won't be able to affirm that you are for them. That's the most important thing about your powerful signature story, is that they know that you are for them. And okay, so again, I asked, do you have one? Because that sounds pretty important, right? Because our brains actually synchronize with stories. They synchronize to each other. There's like been research and studies on this actually. And a mistake that people often make, however, is the number one mistake that I see, is that they make the story completely about them, about themselves. And while it is about you, it's about the positioning of you. It's really about that aligned soulmate customer or client. They are the hero, the shero of the story, and you are their guide. You are the guide. And so it's about positioning yourself that way. And then the second thing, the second mistake that I see people make is that it's not strategic. Like, so you have to ask yourself, is this a strategic story? Like, there's lots and lots of stories. It's a wild, wild west out there right now, right, of storytelling. There's never, in the history of all storytelling, and storytelling goes back to the cave people, right? There has never been more ways to tell story between all these streaming platforms. And I mean, there's so many ways. But is yours a strategic story for your business? Is it a strategic story about how you serve your customer or client? So, because if it is, it'll sell for you and you won't actually have to sell. Otherwise, if it's not strategic, it's just, like I said, a great story that could be on one of the streaming platforms, the new one, HBO Max or Netflix or any of them, right? So that's very different. That's very different. Hey, Claire, nice to see you. Claire is a graduate of Real Stories That Sell, my signature program that we go into the signature story, the origin story. Okay, and then the third part is that it must be real, authentic. It's got to be you. If you make it up, it'll come bite you in the butt. Yeah, like it's got to come from a real place. And that really is about doing the internal work. about going deep within you so that you know what you're ready to tell. This is a big thing that I think people struggle with, is knowing, well, is this the story I should be telling? Is it, one, all about you? Then no, right? Yes, you're the guide in it, the positioning, which means that you have to be on the other side of the transformation. If you're on the other side of the transformation, if you've healed the story, if you've gone through it, if you come to the other side, then people want to hear it because you're positioning as the guide to help them through. Does that make sense? And it has to be, again, strategic. So it's got to relate to your business, but it has to be truthful and really you. And doing that internal story work helps you do the external story work. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if that makes sense to you. And Kathy Daniels Johnson is here as well. Howdy, 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 howdy. Great to have you. And let me know not only that you're here, but where you're coming in from. So I have another question for you. Are you interested in learning more? If you're interested in learning more, I have a 3-day live training coming up beginning on the 21st, Monday the 21st of June this month. It is a free training for 3 days. It's a live like this training where you get to interact with me, ask questions, etc. And it is on storytelling. It is how to use storytelling to make sales. I'm going to put a link that you can click on to register for the training. It's storytellingtomakesales.com. Storytellingtomakesales.com. That's it. Super simple. You can go there now, click on it, and sign up for the training. There's a private Facebook group. You can even win prizes. There's some fun stuff, as well as a training about storytelling, about really digging in. Claire did it. Glad to have Claire. Hey, Marie, nice to have you with us today. And Kathy Daniels Johnson's in Texas, y'all. Texas. I lived in Houston for a little bit. Okay, my friends, join us beginning on the 21st. I'll be back a couple times next week with some more tips, thoughts about storytelling and connecting with the self, etc., etc. Have a great day. www.storytellingtomakesales.com. I was going to send you a different website. See you then. Bye, y'all.